looking at us, you probably wouldn't know that we have a disability. You might be able to tell this once you get to know us.
It also depends on the situation we are put in that makes our needs more noticeable.
I really struggle with anxiety, especially in public places where there are lots of people. It can get really bad sometimes that I start to feel dizzy, hot and like I'm going to faint. This is why I avoid these situations as much as possible. For example, I find going into shops or supermarkets very difficult. It's hard for me to explain the exact feelings, but it's like I think something bad's going to happen. So I avoid going into the shops. I'll wait outside and someone else like my family, friends or support workers will go in for me.
I can also feel anxious in certain situations, but it's a little bit different for me. I don't like being at the centre of attention, so in group moments when asked a question, I can feel pressure and sometimes this makes it hard for me to share my opinion and answer the question. I don't like change either. It can take a lot for me to get used to something, but when things change last minute, I find it very hard to adjust. My anxiety levels start to rise and I find this very stressful. Some people may just say what's on their minds and get it out of their system, but for me to share how I feel is difficult. Instead, I will struggle with it for the rest of the day. In these situations, it would help if I am given time to process what is happening and told in advance about changes rather than it being last minute. Having time to process things is very important for me.